Alright, so today's deck is going to be Mono Black Discard. This is the archetype that you've probably seen time and time again, coming back with new cards. As you might guess, this deck is just trying to get your opponent Hellbent with 0 cards in hand and just play the game from there, hoping that you draw better than they do. So, in order to get them to have no cards in their hand, we run 4 of Liliana of the Veils to have both of us discard cards. We run Thoughtseize and Inquisition of Kozilek as ways to remove cards from their hand. And then to break parity on the discard, we run 4 copies of Waste Not to try to make sure that we recoup some value from the cards that they discard. If they get things out onto the battlefield, we have Bloodchief's Thirst to destroy them. We have Elspeth's Nightmare as a 2-of to destroy them. We have Farika's Libation to make them sacrifice a creature. And specifically, we have Soul Shatter to make them lose the largest creature they have. Now, to kind of return to the breaking parity side of things, we run copies of draw spells like Sign in Blood and Pointed Discussion. And then actually I forgot to mention this, but we also run 2 copies of Davriel to hurt them when they become Hellbent. Then when we get towards the top end, we've got 2 copies of Shieldred, just an absolute banger in black. Hurts them when they draw, gains me when I draw. And then there's 2 copies of Turgid to just reuse all the things that they discard. This one's a bit win more, but I really like to get that going off on this deck. In terms of the land base, we do have a couple of important cards in here. There are 2 Castle Lochthwains, just a draw engine for when we have 0 cards in hand. We only pay 1 life to activate this thing. Desert of the Glorified as a cycling card. Hive of the Eye Tyrant is an absolute banger. It's not only graveyard hate, but it's also a 3-mana menace clock on the opponent that they have to deal with. And then there's the channel land Takenuma Abandoned Mire to return something from graveyard to hand if we need to get like a Liliana back to reestablish our lock on them. This deck is very proactive, and we need to make sure that we are on things right away, because if the opponent can get out from under our lock, then things become really bad for us really quickly. So this is Mono Black Discard. Let's see how it stacks up in the format today. Alright, cool. We got our first matchup here. Hoping for a Thoughtseize in my opening hand, which we do not find, but we do have a Liliana of the Veil. I would be much happier with a Thoughtseize. Even the Sign in Blood and Pointed Discussion are nice, but I both need to find Hand Hate and another Swamp, so I'm going to send this one back. Now, this one has Waste Not into Liliana. At the risk of going to 5 cards in a discard deck with symmetric discard, I'm going to take the 6-lander. Run out a Swamp first, then a Waste Not, and then we're really going to hope to have that 3rd land, which we did just find. There goes the Waste Not, and then next turn I'm on Liliana. If they play something, Farika's Libation does get me there. And it looks like this is just a life gain deck, which is great. I'm in on Castle Lochthwain, and here's Liliana. Liliana, each player discards. I am probably going to get rid of Farika's, I think. No, by this point I'm going to start getting things out of Waste Not, so I will just get rid of my land and hope to draw another down the line. Operating on 3 mana is going to be quite okay with this deck, as I often just need to establish a Planeswalker and then have 1 card play to turn. So they discard a creature, which gives me a creature. This Waste Not is going to be real lovely for us. Each player discards a card again. I am going to get rid of 2nd Liliana. Don't need her right now. They discard another creature. Cool. Now I get to start beating. End of next turn, I am 1 away from being able to cast a Lochthwain. Cleric class is whatever if they don't cast a creature. Here we go. Liliana again. I'm going to discard Farika's Libation since it's not the best card in my hand anymore. Soul Shatter does answer Heliod, which is cool. Now I can draw a card off of Lochthwain. Hit them for 4. Opponent is stuck on one land, which is just terrible for them. I expect this is going to get a lot harder now that they have their second mana. Now, next turn, I will just offer the trade with Daxos, and then I can Soul Shatter him if that becomes a thing. I'll draw my card now. Take 3, fine. And now Bloodchief's Thirst is actually just a 1-card removal for them. I will first have each player discard a card, getting rid of Swamp. I want them to discard a creature thinking that it's safe behind Daxos. So they gave me a card anyway. I'll kill Daxos with Bloodchief's Thirst. Swing in for 4 again. And now I have Soul Shatter in whatever creature they play next. I can actually just Liliana the Veil next turn, giving them either their lands or their permanents. So let's try to be a little cheeky here and not Soul Shatter now. Oh, well, Shieldred kind of just is going to get them anyway. I'm going to minus Liliana, target them. I'm going to separate their permanents into one pile and their lands into one pile. See what they want to keep. I think it's going to be the lands. Tough choice to make. I think ultimately they made the right decision here. Now I just slam a Shieldred, I think. Hit for another 4. They are dead in 1 turn, and they'll have to get through a Soul Shatter and Bloodchief's Thirst. They need to double spell on 2 lands. Okay, what's it going to be? They do find the 3rd land. They're going to have to produce 2 creatures here. That's 1, and they do not have it. Alright, so there is Hive. Here's a Soul Shatter targeting them. And that is 8 damage on the nose. Alright, that is Mono Black discard absolutely doing its thing. Great round 1. Let's try to keep it going for the rest of these games. Alright, so this hand does have a Thoughtseize into a Waste Knot, which is cool. I can Thoughtseize into Waste Knot into Inquisition. Takenuma is nice as well. Yeah, this is a sweet hand. I'll lead on Swamp Thoughtseize, then Takenuma, Waste Knot, Inquisition by turn 3. Pointed Discussion helps me get ahead, then Shieldred just slams the door shut. Now this is Giganta, which means we are going to be on the Spell Slinging deck. This just means, so this is probably Is It Giganta, the one that runs all the prowess cards. They'll have a lot of 2 and 3 damage removal, potentially also that growing removal spell as well. So that makes Shieldred probably a 2-for-1 unless it survives. I will probably need to just clip their creatures at this point. And then their hand will run itself out as they just try to push through damage. Alright. Here we are on Swamp Thoughtseize. And this is not what I thought it was. So this is potentially Saheeli combo. Mirror Enforcer. Yosha declares war. That is potentially bad. They are on 3 mana. Retrofitter Foundry does suck. I am probably taking Retrofitter. And now it's going to be Waste Knot next turn, which does not get removed with anything in their hand. And I will just need to start killing a lot of creatures. Here is Waste Knot. Now next turn it's either Pointed Discussion or Inquisition. Inquisition does have a lot of targets here, so I think I just do that. Your Enforcer is not awesome. They get their Ornithopter. And now I have land into Inquisition or Soul Shatter or Pointed Discussion. I think I want to Inquisition to force a discard. They are looking to have a land next turn. I think I have to take Portable Hole to make sure that Waste Not stays. Forging the Anchor is not castable unless they make the draw. So they are on nothing unless they draw land. I can Thought Seize them. Do I care to take anything from this hand? Saheeli is an issue. Nettlecyst is also an issue. Forging the Anchor is equally tough. I think I take Nettlecyst. Excuse me. There's Davriel, which is also great. And now they're going to be able to make Ornithopter big. Unless I get rid of it with Soul Shatter. Okay. Did they draw the land? If they didn't, it's looking good. That's a bummer. Forging the Anchor probably finds the next land for Saheeli. Okay, so, oh right, this Forging the Anchor just draws a lot because they are on 1 and 0 mana. Portable Hole, not awesome. I think I can then take Saheeli next turn. Or now. Draw a card. A land is awesome here. I can then just Soul Shatter or Pointed Discussion. Taking 4 now is not the end of the world. What else do they run out? They'll have 4 mana, just not enough for this. I think I can wait till they... Yeah, I'll just probably destroy the Ornithopter in response. Cool. Soul Shatter hitting a 0 mana spell. Very cool. We're gonna lose Waste Not. Now I gotta read the text on Forging the Anchor. This just puts cards into your hand, right? Okay. That's unfortunate. There is Mere Enforcer. I could either Shieldred. Shieldred is actually probably the best thing I can do. Shieldred and Conturgrid next turn. Try to start hitting their hand. Davriel is also a good option. And then I can draw 2 if I need. They'll take a Gigantha, fine. Yeah, I think I want to play Davriel this turn into a Turgrid next turn, possibly. Playing the Turgrid this turn is really tempting, but I don't have a way to make them discard anything. Davriel will probably get them to discard Portable Hole. Okay.
The mask is scary.
You discard. They'll take 2 next turn with Davriel. And now I just need to kind of stay above here. No attacks, I'll block Shieldred.
All I've left you is pay.
They take 4 a turn now unless they keep their hand full. So this is going to be Thought Monitor into Gigantha. Yosha declares war. They're going to kill Shieldred. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can kill Shieldred. And now they can actually kill with Mirror. Or they can kill Davriel with Mirror Enforcer. Okay. Now, how can I deal 6 damage?
Our contract is voided.
So Turgrid doesn't really do it. I have a 2-turn clock. Creating a blood token is not amazing either. Maybe I just play Turgrid as a blocker. That's fine, and then if I can make them discard next turn, it starts to get good. Okay. That's cool. Oh yeah, that's right. Turgid takes the sagas. I will take the Ornithopter, actually. That's pretty sweet. So another attack looks a little worse. Thought Monitor. Just absolutely busted card. That is tough. That's going to be hard to match. 3 unknown cards in hand. They can cast Gigantha. Instead, it'll be a Retrofitter Foundry. They can swap Ornithopter for a 4/4. Yep. And Thought Monitor is not, in fact, a Thopter. Okay. So I will take Fox like that. And then I don't really care about the rest of Yosha. I really need to pull through with Turgid this turn. Liliana is sweet. I will deal 0 damage to the Ornithopter. And okay, so pointed discussion puts me to 10. I take 6. Either way, it's a 2-turn clock, so this doesn't totally matter. Get another pointed discussion. I can Liliana now, although Blood Token doesn't help me. Liliana, I mean, it's probably the best that I can do. Now, Turgid cares about sacrifices as well. If I were to sack something for Liliana, I would get either Thought Monitor, Mirror Enforcer, Ornithopter. I'd probably get Ornithopter, meaning that I turn my 2-turn clock into a 3-turn clock. No, it'd still be a 2-turn clock because I take 4 next turn, but then Ornithopter dies. So I want to make each player lose a card.
I'm tired.
Now I need a permanent from them. No, it's a Shockland. Okay. I'll take action. I'll enter it tapped. Now I take 6. Next turn's got to be good. They can decide to divert 2 attackers to Liliana if they want. Now this game gets interesting. They can make a second 4/4. Oh wait, no. Aren't I just dead? Yeah, they Retrofitter Ornithopter. Oh no, but I get Ornithopter. Right. Alright, cool. Still got 1 more turn. I take 6. Turgid absolutely keeping me in this game. Now, opponent has to decide if they want to just go for the face or try to remove Liliana. Either way, I get another turn. And I will take this action. Snare Prototype. I absolutely want this thing on the top of my library. And I can just accept my fate here. I'm dead. Super close game. They had me for exactly the amount of damage they needed. Just got run over by artifacts. That's going to happen here and there. It's a really quick deck. Okay. So that was only round 2. Wow. That took a while. So we are on to round 3, 1-1. Here we go. Alright, Thoughtseize, Waste Not, Turgid, Go Blank. Go Blank is actually a nice one to have. Yeah, I'm super into this idea. I can play a Hive of the Eye Tyrant on 1. Crack off a Thoughtseize into Quench? No. Okay, so this is this So this is mill then, okay. They have all the card draw in the world here. They're going to refill their hand with things I don't know about. Waste not into Go Blank is pretty hype. And we'll be able to go into Turgid after that. That's pretty nasty. Turgid actually doesn't help us that much because I think it's going to be a lot of non-creature spells here. Is this self-mill? No way. Mindbreaker. Okay, yeah. So this is actually going to be milling me. Sure. Wow, what a card. Unearthing Teresian Mindbreaker. Alright, so here is 3. Just absolutely blow you out. Discard 2, exile your graveyard, turn off those Mindbreakers, and they say no thank you. Alright. Sweet. Real quick one, turning off the graveyard. Graveyard hate gets you there sometimes. Alright, real quick game 3, on to round 4. Alright, here we go into round 4. Got another Thoughtseize hand. This time we've got a Gix on 3. This is good in a control deck matchup, and our curve into 4 is not going to be amazing if it is not, in fact, control. I'll keep on 7, going swamp, desert, swamp. Unless we get a waste, not draw. Swamp Thoughtseize, see what they're on. Okay, so this is Goblins. This is a slightly different variant of Goblins that runs Chieftain instead of the haste discounter. And I am either I'm taking the Haster every time. They do want the Prospector, but until they're in a spot where they can cast Muxus, it's just the Haster every time. So not a great matchup for Gix, although it can blank a couple attacks until this guy gets out. Okay, Desert of the Glorified. Bloodchief's Thirst is fine on this. I'm gonna kill this just to make sure that I can hit my curve next turn, because next turn it is Gix, and then hopefully drawing a land for Shieldred. Javelineer and Prospector. Oh, Inquisition is beautiful. That's even worth playing over Gix. They're getting priority to sacrifice a goblin, which they don't want to do. So we see double Chieftain Battlecry Goblin. Absolute take right there. So next turn's either Shieldred or Gix. Shieldred is a huge play to make next turn. It'd be really nice if I could do that, but Gix is okay too. Alright, we got the land. There's a Shieldred. Beat that. They can actually, with a land, and if this last card is either a land or Muxus. One of the two. If I'm them, would I play a Muxus on turn 3? Or I guess this is turn 4, but with their 3 lands and sacking their whole board, would it be worth it to play Muxus? I would say that yes it is, because they need to overrun me. And every turn they take, I become healthier and they get closer to death. There's Chieftain. That does help them push damage at the expense of a creature. I will kill Goblin in this case. Okay. Now the question becomes, do I want to play Turgid's Lantern or Turgid himself? I'll gain some life here, and I think I want Gix. I think. However, if I take Turgid, I can just start hurting their hand or killing them. While I'm able to float with Shieldred. Do I want to have a second body for a Muxus? If they play a Muxus, I'm likely just dead. Worst case, if they attack next turn, say they buff each other once, I'm looking at 3, 7, 10, 13. Yeah, I think I need Gix. I need to be able to block an attack next turn. I mean, if it's Muxus, I think I'm dead either way. But this does help against that. Then I'm pretty sure... I think Turgid coming down as a creature is just strictly better. They'll just eat the shock every turn with Turgid's Lantern, and it won't really do that much. So I think either I do something or a pointed discussion next turn. Do they attack? Yeah, I've made this a really bad attack for my opponent, which is sweet. Battlecry can pump him once. So... Alright, so they can pump them one time. So I will probably... I'll offer the trade with Chieftain, and then I'll probably kill this guy. Take 6. Or take 9. That's perfectly okay. Now, whether or not I play pointed discussion is kind of up for contention. Oh, they can do it again with Skirk, that's right. Okay, so I just take 8. They do clear my board, okay. That is a good play that I did not see. Elspeth's Nightmare is awesome. Wow, okay. Javelineer, yeah. Okay. You know what I'm taking. Thank you, sir. Alright. War Chief, not my most favorite card to see in this situation. I can take another... Oh, I can't even take anything, that's right. So, what happens now? I do not have the ability to deploy anything else. And I kind of need to have Turgid for next turn. So next turn they play War Chief and I'm dead. If I play Thoughtseize, I die. If I play Pointed Discussion and cannot produce a blocker, I die. And I can't do that. I think, as weird as it is, my only plan is to Turgid and then hope they sack something, but that just doesn't work. Yeah, I have to look for another card. Bummer. So I can do this in Sign in Blood. Just see what I would have had. Yeah, really no outs here. We'll let them swing in for lethal. And so this will be game... I think this puts us at 2-2 after 4 rounds. Just barely didn't get there against goblins. Was there anything that I could have changed? I mean, that attack through Shieldred. Maybe if I hadn't gone for the kill on the Warcry goblin. Yeah, that was probably what did it for me. Alright, got a Thoughtseize off the rip. Soul Shatter and Blood Chief's Thirst. Pick up whatever they want to be on. I'll keep this 7 and Thoughtseize. Okay, so this is green-white Groem. It is okay if they take... Well, actually, okay. Heliod can be killed with Soul Shatter. Then I am just taking one of the... Two more other lands. Yeah, so if I take... Well, either way, they're going to be playing this stuff on 2. I'd rather take a Prosperous Innkeeper. Blood Chief's Thirst kills whatever they deploy this turn. Or, sorry, whatever they kill, whatever they do on turn 2. Then I also have Waste Knot. Though that's not really relevant till later. Okay. And then really I don't care about how much life they gain. What I do care about is how many of those 2-mana grow creatures they can deploy. So Waste Not, whatever. So if their next turn is to deploy one of those creatures, it's either they deploy Heliod or one of those creatures. Oh, Heliod's actually kind of an issue. Yeah, I think I need to Thoughtseize Heliod, because I did not think about Heliod growing those things. There goes Heliod, and then I can Blood Chief's Thirst. Does it really matter? Another creature. Yeah, I'll take Soul Warden. I have my own creatures that I want to not give them life from. Okay, so do they play a oh no, their whole hand. Okay, so they do not play a threat this turn. I can Waste Not and then hopefully sign in blood into something useful next turn. Wow, we're gonna have double Waste Not. Okay. Next turn, what do I do? There's the Moon Dancer. I actually don't have the response to that anymore. That does put me in not the best spot. 3 lands. I can... Yeah, highest mana value. I think I need to sign in blood here. Turgid. Turgid for 2 turns from now. This is tough. Trelisara is a very good card. Yeah, okay. I can realize the misplay that I made with Blood Chief's Thirst. It does not matter them having 1/1s. It matters them having these 2/2s, which Blood Chief's Thirst is just so well positioned against. Okay, if I lose this one, it's absolutely on that play. Kill a Soul Warden. I'm at 3 life. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, and even my Soul Shatter gets blanked by them getting rid of Prosperous Innkeeper. Bummer. Alright. Inquisition of Kozilek. That is just so unfortunate. Yeah, so I think based on their last couple of draws, Trelisar was the only piece of action they had. That one hurts. Cool. So we are finished with round 5 now. We got 2 more to go. Hopefully can tighten up the play and win the last 2. Let's try to do it. Okay. Blood Chief, Go Blank, Soul Shatter, Turgid. No payoff for the discard until Turgid. I think it's okay though. We do have a response for 2 of their early threats. Play a tapped land. I almost want to hold Go Blank for later. They're foretelling something. If it's double white, that's for sure the board wipe. Okay. I don't need to do Go Blank yet. What's their 3-mana play? Field of Ruin. Could it be Elite Spellbinder? Is this Eye for the Eye Tyrant? Sure. Tap for black. Take my land. I'll pass through this one. Pass. And they don't do anything else. Really interesting. I don't need to Turgid now. Oh, it's so greedy to hold on to Thoughtseize. I need to see what they're doing. Okay, so I was correct in seeing double board wipe. Oracle of the Alpha seems to be the way that they win. I'll get rid of that. And then now I think the correct play is to Turgid Lantern next turn. Do they even have a play this turn? No, they don't. Cool. So I am on Turgid's Lantern. Wait till they're end step. Now they got a play around that. They have Hedron Archive. Now I will have them either lose 3 or discard something. Turgid's Lantern is going to be great in the control matchup. I'm looking forward to this. Honestly, I could even just untap it next turn. This turn, rather. Looks like they don't have a creature. I can have another discard effect with Elspeth's Nightmare. Go blank also helps, though. Really, I think just discarding 2 cards from their hand is strong. I'll do it during my main phase. See what they want to do here. They take 3. Will they take 6? And they still hold Day of Judgment. It's really interesting. Basri Cat, okay.
Together we are a crop. We grow
So I can Elspeth into
as
Soul
one.
Shatter. Oh, I can just Soul
My
Shatter.
sand will protect you.
They can't activate Hedron Archive this turn. Oh, yes, they can. Okay, so Waste Not for sure into Soul Shatter to remove Basri Cat. Okay. Now, Day of Judgment. Or Day of Judgment. Turgid's Lantern them now. They'll take the 3. Okay. So now it's into. Shit. Okay. So is this target player? Target opponent. Okay. So I actually don't do anything now with Leyline out. That's so unfortunate. So now I have to play defensive. I have 2 Bloodchief's Thirst and an Elspeth's Nightmare. And fine. Heliod is okay. And now I just have to answer whatever their threats are. A Shieldred is awesome. It dies to Day of Judgment, though. How much do I care? Okay, so really nothing. Shieldred's really my only play. I'll wait till they get a creature on board. Is it really just Planeswalkers? I think it's just Planeswalkers, okay.
This is my
Okay.
sea, and I'm going to protect it.
Replicating Ring. Interesting plays. Okay, so Elspeth didn't create anything. I can kill Elspeth. And we'll just play the long game. I'll have to try to establish a Liliana lock. Gideon, sure.
I march into battle as your champion of justice. Your light will cleave the darkness.
Okay, so Turgid is just nothing good. I can... Okay. I can first of all kill Gideon because he starts hitting me for 4 every turn. And then I think Lantern doesn't do anything. So I want to play Turgid as a creature to bait out the Day of Judgment because it doesn't really do anything. Okay. So I have 7 mana. I can exactly cast Waste Not Turgid. So this is a bit of a heads up read by my opponent. Turgid does not really do anything right now because it's just a 4/4. That's all it is. We'll kill it with Doomscar. Correctly read that. And then still one more Day of Judgment to deal with. Sick, Liliana. Beautiful. Now, will they draw a Day of Judgment, or will they discard rather, Day of Judgment? Each player discards. I am going to get rid of all spec. No, I'm going to get rid of Go Blank. That is just no hitter for me. They get rid of Day of Judgment. Alright. Now we punish Shieldred. Now we got Liliana Shieldred. Here it is. This is probably my best chance here. Do they have the board wipe? Ulamog. Oh. Okay.
Delay, nothing more.
Oh, and I can't do anything about Ulamog. Oh shit. Okay. Ulamog gets to hit in once. I have to draw exactly a removal spell. 2 of which I think I cast already this turn. And then, yeah. Ooh, Soul Shatter doesn't do anything. And they've got Ugin. Oh my gosh. What an absolute thrashing. Alright, there goes like half my deck. And in more ways than one, I do not survive the next turn. Fricka's Libation. Yeah, bummer. Does not do it. And now they get to exile the rest of my deck with Ulamog. Let them play out their turn, unless it takes too long. Alright, are we doing the Karn thing or are we just attacking, please? Go to 2, sure. Alright, there we go. Just swinging in with Ulamog. There goes the rest of my deck. And that is the game. We came close. They just kind of got to their top end too early. Bummer. That Leyline of Sanctity was an absolute issue. Sometimes you just run into those silver bullets, but that is what it is. Okay, so that was round 6. I forgot what record I'm at now, but we got one more game to go. Let's try to make it a win. Okay, round 7, here we go. No hand hate off the bat into a Liliana with 2 Turgrids, that's not a keep. Double Waste Not with Go Blank and Shieldred later. Ho 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 ho. Is it worth it to do a Go Blank? Oh my gosh. Or do I just go? Oh my god, I think I kind of need to go all in on this. This has such a high upside. I need 1 land in the first 3, and then this is just an absolute hitter. I need to know for science if this works. Opponent could very easily be on some BS. Okay, so there's the second land. Here we go. Could be it. If they produce something scary... Oh, man. If this is Simic Flash, I don't like that. I will run out the Waste Not. This could hit a counterspell. Yeah, so they're on Simic Flash. That's kind of a problem. I need to resolve a Go Blank or a Shieldred. So they've decided to let me get my enablers on board, and then they're just going to counter the follow-up spell. So I think I have to go blank into Shieldred. If they play a land here, they're representing Frilled Mystic. Oh, or this is a control deck. Alright. Jesus, it's the third Waste Knot. I can't be so greedy. I need to go blank now. What do you want? This is an absolute counterspell if they have it, because this turns off search slightly and also they lose cards. Wow, cool. So I get 4 cards out of this? Oh, that is amazing. The power. Okay, so I have 4 mana next turn for a Shieldred. Oh god, it's Teferi.
I know my
Then in that case, I'm just 100% on Soul Shatter. 100%. I can do it on their turn, and then try to resolve a Shieldred after. Or a Turgid. Yeah. Cool. Oh man, or I could resolve Turgid. Turgid, oh man. No, because they'll just be taking the life. Yeah, no, Turgid doesn't do much for me now. I'm definitely on Soul Shatter then, 3 mana. Yeah. Soul Shatter now. Before they get to see their next card. Okay, that is okay. How close are they to flipping us content? Not very.
You know what? I'm not.
Okay. Oh. Okay, it's back to me. Wow, I have all 4 Waste Knots. That is crazy. So I need to just kind of make a couple attempts at killing Teferi. Cool. They're out of counter spells in this 3-card hand, it looks like. If I can rip a discard spell, specifically Thoughtseize, that is going to be nuts. It's another HOD.
I'm known for my keep up the pace.
Okay. They'll be able to tuck anything I play, so I don't really want to have Shieldred out. They shock in something. Wow, it's the Thoughtseize. I have to try. I have to try. For the meme, we're going for all 4 Waste Knots with a Thoughtseize. What you got? Is it a counterspell? Damn. I'm not even mad. Dude, imagine if I got the 4 Waste Knot Thoughtseize. My gosh. I'd be able to play... I would have 8 mana after that? Yeah, I'd be able to play Shieldred and Turgid's Lantern.
We need to move
Or
quickly.
Turgid Pointed Discussions. Okay. So they're just trying to get their Teferi ult off. I need to do something. They flipped this contest, and now they just look for counter spells. They got a Cleansing Nova. That absolutely wipes me. Absolutely punished. Okay. So 5 mana now. At least I'll be able to get Turgid out. Are they playing 2 mana counter creature? No, they're not. Okay. Oh. This is a cool, cool card. I've not seen this before. And something perpetually gains flash. Very cool. Okay. So Teferi's at 7. It's about time to get some damage on board. And we are officially in a tough spot in game 7 now. I have 6 mana, so this is Gix pointed discussion, it looks like. I'll crack this one off first. Look for an answer. I think in most ways they're going to have the Teferi ult, which is just going to choke me out. Which is ironic because I'm playing the discard deck. Go flash that. Okay. Oh, if they gave Sinister Sabotage that, it probably means they have more counter spells. I have no choice but to play Gix. Gix, if I hit a land, goes off. As Kanta, there's no way they play Pact, right? March of the Multitudes in Bant Control. Teferi goes to 8. Do they find a removal spell for my Gix? Deputive Detention. Wow. Okay. So then Teferi does get to ult unless I draw into an answer. Thoughtseize is not the answer. So Growth Spiral draws them a card. March probably just kills me. I will play Shieldred into a counter spell. At least that drains for one. So now I need to kill Growth Spiral and hope they don't have a second way to draw a card. Oh, so this just dies and they give something flash. My gosh. Well, I can at least see what they have. Killing Growth Spiral is not as good anymore. And they just have his Kanta. My resources are getting limited. Okay, so Time Wipe, Growth Spiral. Yeah, that's cool. They can actually remove Deputy, kill everything, and then go back. That's beautiful.
Not do this lightly.
And now I think I just slowly die. I don't think anything in my deck gets me back from a Teferi ult. They even get another Teferi. So I'll lose a land. I lose Takenuma probably. I'm probably fine conceding this, but I'll play it out. I think what needs to happen in order for me to just eke out a win is to land a large creature after top decking the removal spell for Teferi, and they also need to not have any draw spells. There is the removal for Teferi. And we're just praying at this point. Alright, there's the opt. Sure, I lose a mana again. 4 mana, so I need another Shieldred, really. Now, I need another Gix, but I don't play more than 1. Okay, I think we can probably just concede with the high grade Crisis. I'm not doing that. Okay. Kind of just choked out of it there in round 7. The ironic finish to our resource denial deck. So this was mono black discard. All in all, pretty fun deck. We got some highs, we got some lows. And it's all about having those good games every once in a while to keep you grounded. Yeah, anyway, mono black discard. Super fun deck. Thank you for watching. Do give a like if you liked it. I'm looking for those to help grow the channel. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.